Cody in the morning. WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
We are just in a sweet treat Tuesday. That's what we've decided to call it. We thought we needed a little sugar rush this morning to get us going, and so we started talking about desserts, and that led to favorite desserts. And of course, we would love to hear yours. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. It's our Simply Superior studio here at the A-Cuff House. Annie Nye, Charlie Meadows, upstairs Jeff Roberts. I'm Kelly Sutton. We all like chocolate, I think.
Yeah, although I must say, of recent desserts, the Lauren Roberts cheesecake is high on
high
the
my
list as
gosh,
well.
yes.
That was the best thing I've eaten in a long time.
Jeff Roberts' wife made a cheesecake, and we still dream about it to this day. And truly, if she wanted to quit her job and just go into full-time cheesecake,
she could.
She could do it.
Well, I've gotten the pricing list, so she's available if you want. If you need a custom cake.
Okay, good to know.
Yes.
Good to know.
I'm already planning a strawberry cake with white frosting for my birthday in October. I'm just going to order my own
She does more
cake.
than cheesecakes?
Oh, she does regular cakes too. Jeff said her strawberry cake is like a highlight.
Wow.
I didn't know this.
It's like my all-time favorite cake.
Strawberry cake's my favorite cake.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I like tangerine cake.
My
Wait.
mom used to do a
Oh my gosh,
a
it's
version
so
of that.
good.
Well, your birthday's close enough to mine. Maybe I'll buy the cake and bring it in. It can be both our cakes.
Wow.
I like
So now
it.
we're all going out to breakfast on Charlie's bill, and he's bringing us cake for Kelly's and his birthday.
Please write
it down.
all this down.
Put it
Write
on the
down.
tab.
Put it on the tab. We're writing it all
You
down.
don't have to. There's video evidence of it. You just play it back.
Do we remember the video? I don't know. It's here. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning, talking about all the cool things. Thomas Rhett has a really cool song coming up for the Masters, which is like high praise and huge honor. So that's coming up. And also Jelly Roll doing a new collaboration with Corinne Leon, which we did not see coming. You said you saw a billboard for this.
Yeah, before I could get my phone out to take the photo, it left. But yeah, huge billboard in Times Square for
so cool.
for Corinne Leon and Jelly.
Ah, it's good stuff. And we've got Alex Hull and Mae Estes in the studio with us. Going to be playing at the Grand Ole Opry tonight. I got to be careful or we're going to get caught singing on the radio because we were both singing. We were trying to sing to that.
I accidentally sang with Riders in the Sky the other night. Not quite the duet that you had with the Gatlins on All the Gold, but
yeah.
when Woody Paul says to sing along, I didn't realize I had my mic on.
Sometimes it happens.
But they were just kidding, so I didn't sing for very long.
That's right. We're just kidding. There you go.
And you know, you were talking about Ella Langley.
Yeah.
She's doing the Eric Church tour. Is she not as part of her agenda this year? I could have sworn I saw
She's
that.
out with so many people.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. I know she's doing some dates. I don't know if she's doing all. It's interesting. It used to be when they would announce that they were doing a tour, it's like Eric Church with Ella Langley and Dierks Bentley or whatever.
Yeah, now there's like 14 people.
Right. Now there are 14 people and people are coming in and out.
Right.
And you might get a different opener at that show versus another show, which I think is really cool. But also you just have to know what you're signing up for.
Sometimes somebody else's show is better than your show,
I mean, truthfully.
depending on who you want to see as the opening acts.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's exactly right. I will tell you the opening acts for Luke Combs in Las Vegas, because you haven't heard about this story. You weren't here yesterday, but we were talking about
Mr. Bentley, right?
Oh, well, Dierks is phenomenal.
Right, yes.
Phenomenal. And it was such a big stage to fill because it's in the round and the middle of the round
Turns.
rotates.
Right.
So just the sheer volume of where you need to cover, it's a lot of space. But Thelma and James were the opener, then Ty Myers, then Dierks, and then Luke
Oh,
Combs.
this almost like a festival.
It's a festival.
Yeah.
You get there early, take it all in. But everybody did a fantastic job. It's a big stadium, 70,000 plus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really good time. Okay, Ella Langley, congratulations. Just set another record. A female country artist with the longest reign atop Billboard's all-genre Hot 100. 4 weeks and counting.
Good for wow. The all genre.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
This isn't like she's not on top of a country chart. This is all genre. So congratulations. Even More Tunes in Texas also hit internationally. It was 12 weeks at #1 in the UK, 11 weeks in Australia, and 7 weeks in Canada. Yeah. Choosing Texas is killing it for her.
It is a great song.
Great song.
You know, sometimes it takes a while for a song to
Catch
land
on?
with me. Not
Yeah.
this one. I liked it from the first time I heard it. And I think almost everybody's had that reaction to it.
Truly. And I kind of wonder if it has a familiarity to it. I I can't immediately say, oh, it sounds like this song. Sometimes I do. Sometimes we'll hear something like, oh, that sounds like Smoky Mountain Rain, or that's,
Right.
something that you can go back to. I can't really think of a song that it immediately lands on, but I do think that there's some sense of familiarity to it, and that's why we gravitate toward it. I don't know. All right, let's talk dessert. Love this. This is one of my favorite topics.
Food.
Favorite dessert that you've had lately. Let us know. What's yours?
Renee is a peanut butter person.
Okay.
But her favorite dessert is molten chocolate cake.
Oh, high on my list.
And
yes.
Tavern on the Green had a peanut butter molten chocolate cake with this perfect ball of vanilla ice cream and peanut butter chunks on top.
That's nice.
It was just, that's not even my ballpark of desserts, and it was insanely good.
That's
insanely
really,
good.
really nice.
Yes.
I had a caramel chocolate brownie that came at Luke Combs. And this was the other thing. I'm eating it while I'm watching Luke Combs perform. So there's nothing better than having a dessert and having a show. But they brought it in, and they had a whole tray full of sweets. And I was like, I'm only going to let myself have one. Which one will I choose? And it was by far the best choice. The caramel was melty, and it was like making a river through the brownie.
Oh, yeah.
So it's already in there, but it's still chewy.
So it was
It's
kind
not
of
like hard.
almost molten-y as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a turtle brownie, so it had the pecans with it. It was really nice. A very, very perfect compliment to hear Luke sing Fast Car while I'm eating that was just, it was all the things I wanted. So let us know. We're going to open up the phone line, 615-737-9650.
The difference was your dessert was free and mine was $17.
That's right. That's very true.
Yes.
But when we got out of the concert, because there was no way to get back, you could not get an Uber. It was going to be an hour.
Right.
We walked, and we walked a mile and a half.
You can see the stadium from the Strip. It looks so close until you decide to walk it.
Not close. No.
But you can, when you can see something though, and it's so flat there, it doesn't seem as far away as it is.
We're like, we'll walk to MGM, and then we'll get on the monorail, and we'll just zip right back to the Flamingo.
Yeah.
All right, best dessert, Annie.
Yeah, I thought maybe we were done talking about dessert. I was just running around.
Tell me.
I've been making a new dessert, and it's dates, and you split open your date. So then you get 2. I actually make 3 dates. So I get 6 little treats, and I put 2 chocolate chips in them, a sprinkle of flaky salt. I melt them in the microwave, and then I stick an almond in each one.
Okay. So you make yourself a little almond joy with a date.
So they're bite size.
Yeah, it takes me 2 bites because I try to really appreciate it.
Okay.
But
good for you.
They're so good. I'm not sure what desserts we touched on when I was back there, but
ours have a lot more calories than yours
Yeah.
does. But
I mean, I love a chocolate molten lava cake
Yeah.
from Chili's.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good time.
A classic.
Yes. And I had a turtle brownie that I could just have every day for the rest of my life. It was so good.
If only.
If only. All right. Tell us, 615-737-9650, your favorite dessert. What are you having right now that you love? It's a Sweet Treat Tuesday, and we've got more on the way.
From the Assembly Food Hall acoustic desk, this is Coffee Country and Cody.
All right, everybody got your caffeine in hand? Look, you've got some. Alex has some. Ready to go.
Cheers.
Cheersing it up early in the morning. You guys are burning it both hours of the day. You're here early, and then you're going to be at the Opry tonight, too.
And she just flew in. So, yeah, she's really burning it.
Mae Estes, where'd you come in from?
That's a great question. I'd love to tell you, but I need to look. I need to look at my calendar.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
And now I'm here.
Yes,
Yeah.
via
Somewhere.
Southwest Airlines. Thank you.
Okay. We were just having this whole discussion. He was delayed for more than 3 hours, and I'm like, now you got to call him and tell him because they'll give you a refund.
More importantly, I was at LaGuardia.
Yeah.
And just before, we got off just before the incident with the Air Canada plane. Otherwise,
Literally.
No way.
otherwise I might still be at LaGuardia.
Yeah.
We finally took off at 10 o'clock, and that happened about 11:30.
Man.
But
Isn't that crazy?
I felt
That is
like
wild.
Tom Hanks in The Terminal. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
Yes.
But I was ready to move to Krakosia and hope I had a country.
There you
I mean,
go.
that's fair. Honestly, it
go
seems
there.
that way across the board flying these days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, Alex, it's good to see you.
You too. Yes, ma'am.
What have you been up to?
Oh man, lots of writing, lots of recording, and raising some babies, and living life.
You're trying to make all the things happen all at the same time. A lot of balance.
That's been my MO for a while. Why just do one thing at once? It's too easy.
What are the ages that we're raising?
4.5 and 1.
Oh, so you don't sleep?
No, honestly, it's no different than touring or anything.
Okay.
It's just you never sleep.
Okay,
so it's great. It's great. Yeah.
So 4.5 and 1, are they now listening to Dad's music and understanding a little bit, or
the 1-year-old? No.
Okay.
She listens, but
Right.
she doesn't understand.
She's not harmonizing
Not
yet.
harmonizing
She's
yet.
not a fan.
Not
Not
a fan.
yet.
She loves Mae's music a lot more than mine.
Atta girl.
My son, yes, he loves music.
Okay.
He loves playing drums and stuff specifically. He loves that.
Good.
And a very big Michael Jackson fan right now, which is hilarious.
That's strong,
go.
though.
And I love Michael
amazing.
Jackson too, but man, that kid, he really loves Michael Jackson. So that's where we are right now.
Okay.
Michael Jackson and Tom Petty. Those are his.
Oh man, that's this is pretty solid.
He's got
this
a good
is
taste.
Like Dad of
He's
the
got,
year.
He's got
right
good
there.
taste. I'm
Okay.
trying to get him
Right.
onto Willie Nelson, but it's a little too. The drums aren't big enough for him.
start with
Yeah.
On the Road Again? Let him work his way in. That one's
Yeah.
got the yeah.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Well, the fun thing is we know so many people that have then sampled their kids' voices and put them on a song,
Yes.
and then you give them like a point. and then
He's
there's-
already been on one.
College!
He was on my first
Come
record.
on.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He got paid more than I did, so it's great. Yeah, it's great.
That's
great.
amazing.
I love it. So, how did you guys meet? Give us the backstory on the friendship and then this collaboration.
I mean, weirdly enough, as much as I don't love social media, I discovered Mae a couple of years ago, I guess, just like popped up somewhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, this person's voice, her songs are all amazing. And she reminded me so much of Liam Womack and Alison Krauss and, all of those folks. And so I think I just messaged you at some point, which is like, hey, love your music, whatever. And we stayed in touch and then played a writer's round together at the listening room. And that's the first time I think we actually met. And just hit it off because I think we just kind of cut from the same cloth and have a lot of the same heroes and influences and stuff. And that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, it's hard to tell who I'm actual in-person friends with and who I've just become like best friends
know.
with on socials, where I'm like, you go girl, and I'm like, oh, we've never
It's a virtual
never
reality.
met.
It's crazy.
And we had the same thing where, I've been a fan for a long time from a distance, and we obviously grew up on a lot of the same music, though his kids' taste is way cooler than mine. And so, and then I've been so lucky to be a part of so many collabs lately.
Right. Yes.
But it is so special when someone asks you to collab and they send you a song like this one, because it was just such an earworm from the moment I heard it. The vibes were so like sexy and sultry and kind of felt like a little out of my, something I could have written in the best way. And so I really felt it authentically fit our voices well too, which is not something you always get in a collab request.
Right.
So.
I mean, you're rolling the dice basically, because it's like, I really like you and I really want to work with you. Let's see what our voices sound like. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, it was like, you struck gold.
Thank
So
you.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's I couldn't imagine anybody else's voice on it. We wrote the song as a duet, and so when we decided to record it, I again sent it to Mae first, and she thankfully said yes. But it is a little bit of a roll of the dice, because until you're in the studio recording it, you don't know how it's gonna come across. And man, I remember to this day sitting there in the control room recording with you in the booth, and it's just like full chills because her voice is incredible, and it took the song to a whole nother level. So thanks for doing it.
Thanks for having me. And we had so much fun filming all the content in the video. Like, that was a whole other thing that was just really, really fun authentically. And so we had a blast making all the content and pretending like we're lovers, or we both got husbands and wives and all this at home. And so we're both like, okay, look deep and lovingly into my eyes now, and let's go into character.
How many times did you break and start laughing?
There were a few.
A few times. More so because she'll like look at you and then like cross her eyes really well, which I can't do.
Right.
She can do it very well. And I have a video of it somewhere on my phone, actually.
What can I say? I seduced the men
it's her
so
fault.
easily.
It's her fault.
They can't help it.
Sometimes you need that little comic relief that's in there.
Well, and you'll be going into character tonight at the Grand Ole Opry when you do
Yes,
this
sir.
song as well. Obviously, you both have played before. Take me back to debut night for both of you. May it would have been 2023. Alex, I think back 2021.
I believe so, yeah. I know for myself, it was, I just remember it was about 2 months before my son was born because my wife was incredibly pregnant.
Wow.
And still COVID times as well.
So we had a crowd, but it wasn't a full Opry House,
Yeah.
right?
Not
If
a
I
full
remember
Opry
correctly.
House, and backstage was still a little secluded and such. But man, I mean, we were talking about that earlier. Actually, it's just like it's such a long day because of you coming to do the interview first, and all the filming you have to do and interviews throughout the day and such. But it was just to get the invite to play the Opry, I think is the biggest honor in the world. Again, both of us growing up on country music, it's the dream to come play the Grand Ole Opry, and it is always an honor. I don't think there's a time where I don't feel anxious or scared in some way walking onto the stage because it just means so much. No matter how many times you play it. I mean, I've talked to Vince about it and too, and it's like you should always have a little bit of butterflies going on to it, because if not, then it doesn't mean anything to you. And so I think that's such a special thing.
He's on the new record too.
He is. Yeah. I've
Yes.
had the honor of recording with him twice now, which is crazy. And we wrote this song together that's going to be on there, which is even more special. That even if it would have never came out, it would have meant the world to me. And yeah, so having him play and sing on it, very special. And you just sang with him as well on a song.
Alex and I have a competition on who Vince Gill loves more. And
It's me.
Hey Vince, good
It's
morning.
me.
I hope you have a good day. Your
Let's
girl
go to
Mae
the phone
loves
lines
you.
right now. If we
He's
can get
actually
Vince
waiting
to
in the
call
corner.
in.
Love you more than Alex loves you. Just so you know.
So 2023, stepping into the circle for the first time. How nervous? What were you thinking? What was going on in your head?
All blacked out. I mean, just truly, you're so overwhelmed that day. I hate it, and I wish I could go back and like kind of take it in better. But it was like more than your wedding day kind of overwhelmed.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone I had ever known came to town for it, which I understand how special that is. I am by no means complaining about that, but you are just, it's hard to be present.
Yeah.
But Alex and I were just talking before we walked in actually about some kind of piece that comes up through the floor in places like the Grand Ole Opry, and the anticipation standing side stage, and they love to pull you like 15 minutes before your set. And I don't know if you guys know how long 15 minutes is standing side stage watching your hero work the stage at the Opry, but it's the worst part. And you're counting down, and then when you walk out, there is some sort of, I guess it's the endorsement of the Opry, knowing the history in the town of Nashville and how much time we've put into this actual town. But I swear there's something physical in the floor itself where you just feel like you're standing on the shoulders of all your heroes, and you're just, you can't do it wrong once you're out there.
It really
Put
is
your heart and
spiritual.
soul into
like,
it.
It's like a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So hippy dippy,
said.
but I swear it's true.
You get to do it tonight.
Yeah.
We'll have it all the hillbilly dust just falling on your shoulders.
Really
There it
does. I
is.
love that. Yeah.
All right, well, you brought a guitar. We would love for
Yes,
you guys
ma'am.
to play the song for us live. How you feeling? You good?
I'm feeling
Feeling
like it's
good.
early.
You've had
and
13 seconds of sleep.
This is my new favorite challenge, is to sing on WSM this early in the morning with just a guitar and the best singer. You know, it's a good challenge for me.
We love it.
This is the other 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one. We'll be at
Actually.
the other 8 o'clock later.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
What
right.
time zone are we in?
That's right. All right, we should probably stop here whenever y'all are ready. Take it
All
away.
right. You wanna
Don't look at
start-
me
you wanna
too
start here?
lovingly.
She's not ready.
I'll turn this
Too
way.
early for me to get into full character.
We'll halfway be there. You guys will see the real thing tonight. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
We all hang around for another segment.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. All right, we've got more to come, everybody. Alex Hall, Mae Estes, you're listening this morning on WSM.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Excited to have Mae Estes and Alex Hall in the studio with us this morning before they get to play the Grand Ole Opry later tonight. And congratulations on the EP coming out.
Thank
May
you very
1st.
much. Yes, ma'am. May
It's
1st.
It's exciting when you have something that's coming May 1st and you also get to like give people a little snippet of each. It's like you're giving them a present, but not yet. Like,
Exactly.
here it is.
Yeah,
and
it
I'll
is.
pull back the paper and show you
Just
this much of it.
Slowly untying the bow. Yeah.
Right.
It's great. Yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
it's fun, and we've got 2 songs out off of it so far. One of them being the song that Mae and I have together. We should probably stop here. And I'm actually going to play one that's coming out in a few weeks tonight at the Opry that'll be brand new that I've never played. So
World premiere?
world premiere, which is exciting and terrifying. So it'll be
Best
great.
place to do it.
It is.
You know what? That is the best place to do it because everybody is there and everyone is rooting for you. That's the cool thing about the Grand Ole Opry. Everybody's there to have a good time. Everybody is rooting for you from the moment you step on the stage, and you get that energy, and it just kind of makes you feel like, all right, these people love me. I'm going to go for it, right?
They're country music fans. That's the greatest thing. They bought a ticket there to not see, maybe to see somebody specific, but for the most part, they're there to see the Opry. And so I think that is a huge part of what makes it so special.
So you both have worked with Vince Gill. How did you meet Vince? How did that become a friendship and then writing partnership?
COVID, honestly.
Yay!
Something
good came
Something
out of
good
it.
came out of it. Yeah, I made this EP during COVID called Six Strings that featured 6 different guitar playing country music heroes or friends of mine, and Vince was kind enough to say yes. We had not met at that time, and he recorded on a song called Never Seen the World from his house, sent us the files over, and it was just the most amazing thing. And then when the world slowly started opening back up, we did some stuff with the CMA Foundation together, and that was the first time we met. It was out in Waverly after a flood or something I think had happened out there. And
that was bad flood.
Yeah, it was really bad. And so we went out and donated a bunch of band instruments and stuff to the kids and spoke there at the school. And so that was the first time we technically met. But then, I've just done the Opry a few times together since then. And then in between him going and touring with the Eagles and everything else, we finally got to write and hung out at his house for, pretty much a full day. I don't think we only wrote for an hour, but, listened to him talk and played guitar and all the above for
You
the
got
rest
to
of
see
it.
all the guitars?
Oh my gosh.
There's so many.
It's insane. And that he doesn't care if you play him, which is also the fun thing. I got to play like his number one Telecaster for an hour and a half. And that is more than even writing a song. That's a dream come true for me because I'm a guitar nerd. So it's like, getting to play Vince's guitars are magic.
Well, that's like the kid that had all the cool toys and you got to go over to his house and have a play date.
He has all of the cool toys.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly
So
it.
many.
But the beauty is he realizes they're meant to be played. They're not meant to
100%.
be hung on a wall. Like I collect records and people ask, do you play the ones that are worth a lot of money? I'm like, yeah, that's why they were made. They're not
100%.
meant to be framed. They're meant to
No
be
way.
played. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his guitars are worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
No, I wouldn't drop it, mind you.
No,
but
I was
yeah,
a little afraid.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But he still tours with them and plays with them and stuff because again, that's what they're meant to do. And the last time we played the Opry together, I have a Blackguard Telecaster that is pretty much like his, except mine's a replica versus the real thing. Because we're not there yet. Sure. But I had him sign the back of the headstock of that, and so now every time I'll be playing it tonight, and it's like I have a little bit of Vince in my hands, every time I play. So that's pretty special.
You had another pretty good picker on the Six Strings album, Mr. Paisley, if I
Mr.
remember
Brad
correctly.
Paisley, Mr. Brad Paisley, he played on it, and I did my debut with him that night as well, which was special. And then John Osborne was on there, which he's no schlub himself, and a lot of great friends and folks on there, and stoked for this new EP too to have Mae on this one as well. So
good.
And then, how did I get on that list? Because these are some heavy hitters we're
I
listening.
think we all know how you got on the list.
You need help picking these names up here?
It's a heavy bag to carry.
I
It really is.
Help, but
Well, we're glad that you're back and that you're in one piece. I didn't realize that you had the flu when you went over to CDC. I'm sorry, girl. Because I knew you were going. We talked to you before you were leaving, and you were so excited, and you were going to do Germany and then over to London, and so we got 3 shows.
we got something. It is kind of how my whole story's gone, so it's part of it. But so grateful to have had any opportunity to sing for those kind of fans over there. But we'll definitely try to give her a little better go next year, because I do not recommend catching the super flu your first time in Germany. It's just you're feeling sorry for yourself already because you're so far from home.
Girl.
And just to cancel a show is so hard. It's so hard on me and all of us. We don't want to let anybody down, and a lot of money and logistics goes into all of this. I'd been waiting like 4 years to finally build the momentum and all of that to get over there, but it's part of my story, and it's going to make a good chapter in the documentary one day.
It sure is. It sure is.
And it's going to be cheap to film because I just have to lay in a hotel bed in Germany for like 9 days.
A
So
reenactment.
You'll get a rest in the middle of it all.
it's going to be good, guys.
It's great. It's so good.
Oh, that's
Well, we're
funny.
glad you're well. We're glad you guys are playing the Opry tonight. We're going to end with Let Me Go. So you want to tell me
Amazing.
about Let Me Go?
Yeah, sure. It's one of my favorites on this EP. I wrote it a few years ago. And I'm married again, have 2 kids, and I remember writing the song and kind of taking myself back to that early time of meeting my wife and going on dates and getting to know each other and all of the above. And you know, I think it's that moment of being like, oh man, like I'm really falling in love here. And the risk of that, of like, if it doesn't work, there's a big heartbreak that's going to happen there, but you know, it's a risk worth taking in my opinion. And luckily for me, it worked out. But that's kind of what the song's about. It's just like that phase of I'm falling for you, and I really hope you're feeling it too, because man, if not, this is going to be a bad one. And yeah, so it's called Let Me Go.
We're going to play it right now. The new EP, Turn This Love Around, comes out May 1st. Alex Hall, Mae Estes tonight on the Grand Ole Opry. And here is the song Let Me Go.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Excited to have Mae Estes and Alex Hall in the studio with us this morning before they get to play the Grand Ole Opry later tonight. And congratulations on the EP coming out.
Thank
May
you very
1st.
much. Yes, ma'am. May 1st.
It's exciting when you have something that's coming May 1st and you also get to like give people a little snippet of each. It's like you're giving them a present, but not yet.
Exactly.
Like, here it is.
Yeah,
and I'll pull back the paper and show you
Just
this much of it.
Slowly untying the bow. Yeah.
Right.
It's great. Yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
it's fun, and we've got 2 songs out off of it so far. One of them being the song that Mae and I have together. We should probably stop here. And I'm actually going to play one that's coming out in a few weeks tonight at the Opry. That'll be brand new that I've never played. So
World premiere?
World premiere, which is exciting and terrifying. You know, so it'll be
Best
great.
place to do it.
It is.
You know what? That is the best place to do it, because you know everybody is there and everyone is rooting for you. That's the cool thing about the Grand Ole Opry. Everybody's there to have a good time. Everybody is rooting for you from the moment you step on the stage, and you get that energy, and it just kind of makes you feel like, all right, these people love me. I'm going to go for it, right?
They're country music fans.
That's
That's the
right.
greatest thing. They bought a ticket there to not see, maybe to see somebody specific, but for the most part, they're there to see the Opry. And so I think that is a huge part of what makes it so special.
So you both have worked with Vince Gill. How did you meet Vince? How did that become a friendship and then writing partnership?
COVID, honestly.
Yay!
You know,
Something good came
something
out of
good
it.
came out of it.
Something good out of
Yeah, I made this EP during COVID called 6 Strings that was featured 6 different guitar playing country music heroes or friends of mine. And Vince was kind enough to say yes. We had not met at that time, and he recorded on a song called Never Seen the World from his house, sent us the files over, and it was just the most amazing thing. And then when the world slowly started opening back up, we did some stuff with the CMA Foundation together, and that was the first time we met. It was out in Waverly after a flood or something, I think, had happened out there. And
That was a bad
yeah, it
flood
was really
that
bad. And so we went out and donated a bunch of band instruments and stuff to the kids and spoke there at the school. And so that was the first time we technically met. But then, I've just done the Opry a few times together since then. And then in between him going and touring with the Eagles and everything else, we finally got to write and hung out at his house for, pretty much a full day. And I don't think we only wrote for an hour, but, listened to him talk and played guitar and all the above for
You got to see all the guitars?
Oh my gosh.
There's so many.
It's insane.
many.
And that he doesn't care if you play him, which is also the fun thing. Like, I got to play like his #1 Telecaster for an hour and a half. And that is more than even writing a song. That's a dream come true for me, because I'm a guitar nerd. So it's like, getting to play Vince's guitars are magic.
That's like the kid that had all the cool toys and you got to go over to his house and have a
he
play
has
date.
all of the cool toys.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly
So
it.
many.
But the beauty is he realizes they're meant to be played. They're not meant to
100%.
be hung on a wall. Like, I collect records, and people ask, do you play the ones that are worth a lot of money? I'm like, yeah, that's why they were made. They're not
100%.
meant to be framed. They're meant to
No
be
way.
played. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his guitars are worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And,
yeah.
and
No, I wouldn't drop it, mind you.
No,
but
I was
yeah,
a little afraid.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But he still tours with them and plays
Yeah.
with them and stuff, because again, that's what they're meant to do. And the last time we played the Opry together, I have a Blackguard Telecaster that is pretty much like his, except mine's a replica versus the real thing. Because we're not there yet.
Sure.
But I had him sign the back of the headstock of that, and so now every time I'll be playing it tonight, and it's like I have a little bit of Vince in my hands, every time I play. So that's pretty special.
You had another pretty good picker on that the Six Strings album, Mr. Paisley, if I
Mr.
remember
Brad
correctly.
Paisley, Mr. Brad Paisley, he played on it, and I did my debut with him that night as well, which was special. And then John Osborne was on there, which he's no schlub himself, and a lot of great friends and folks on there, and stoked for this new EP too to have Mae on this one as well. So
good.
And then how did I get on that list? Because these are some heavy hitters we're listing.
I think we all know how you got on the list.
You need help picking these names up here?
It's a heavy bag to carry. It really is.
Help, but
Well, we're glad that you're back and that you're in one piece. I didn't realize that you had the flu when you went over to CDC. I'm sorry, girl. Because I knew you were going. We talked to you before you were leaving, and you were so excited, and you were going to do Germany and then over to London, and so we got 3 shows.
we got something. It is kind of how my whole story's gone, so it's part of it. But so grateful to have had any opportunity to sing for those kind of fans over there. But yeah, we'll definitely try to give her a little better go next year, because I do not recommend catching the super flu your first time in Germany. It's just, you're feeling sorry for yourself already because you're so far from home.
Girl.
And just to cancel a show is so hard. It's so hard on me and all of us. We don't want to let anybody down, and a lot of money and logistics goes into all of this. I'd been waiting like 4 years to finally build the momentum and all of that to get over there, but it's part of my story, and it's going to make a good chapter in the documentary one day.
It sure is. It sure
and
is.
it's going to be cheap to film because I just have to lay in a hotel bed in Germany for like 9 days.
A reenactment.
You'll get a rest in the middle of it all.
It's going to be good, guys.
It's great. It's so good.
Oh, that's
We're
funny.
glad you're well. We're glad you guys are playing the Opry tonight. We're going to end with Let Me Go. So you want to tell me
Amazing.
about Let Me Go?
Yeah, sure. It's one of my favorites on this EP. I wrote it a few years ago. And I'm married again, have 2 kids, and I remember writing this song and kind of taking myself back to that early time of meeting my wife and going on dates and getting to know each other and all of the above. And I think it's that moment of being like, oh man, like I'm really falling in love here, and the risk of that, of like, if it doesn't work, there's a big heartbreak that's going to happen there, but it's a risk worth taking, in my opinion, and luckily for me it worked out. But that's kind of what the song's about. It's just like that phase of I'm falling for you, and I really hope you're feeling it too, because man, if not, this is gonna be a bad one. And so it's called Let Me Go.
We're going to play it right now. The new EP, Turn This Love Around, comes out May 1st. Alex Hall, Mae Estes tonight on the Grand Ole Opry. You are hanging out with us this morning. It's Coffee Country and Cody. We were talking Sweet Treat Tuesday. Have you ever seen that clip? It's a horse, and he goes, "Oh, this is a sweet treat. That looks like a sweet treat."
It's a horse?
It's a horse, but it's a voiceover.
No, of course, yeah. Oh, that's
horse is
funny.
a horse, of course. Yeah, he can't speak, but he does speak. And so, anyway, Sweet Treat Tuesday, talking about desserts, some of our favorite. Jeff Roberts told us that his wife made him chess pie and M&M chocolate chip cookies for his birthday. Chess pie is another one. I don't necessarily do the chess pie, but the chess bars.
Okay.
The little squares. Because it's so rich that, like, I feel like the pie is maybe too big of a piece, but like the squares are.
It's a dense pie.
Yeah.
It is. And essentially, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Jeffrey, but like chess pie to me is essentially pecan pie without the pecans. It's kind of it's got the most of the same stuff in it.
No.
You're shaking your head no.
No.
He's like, yeah, I
No,
don't think so.
the chess pie it's mostly just sugar.
Right.
Like straight up sugar.
Well, somebody told me once it stands for corn, honey, eggs, and sugar, and that's the ingredients. I don't know
Well,
if
that
that's
could be.
true or not,
That
but-
could be. I've done chess bars. I don't think they had honey in them though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's been a minute. Maybe I'll have to make some.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Decadent.
It's not too bad.
Yes.
Let's talk about Jelly Roll and this song Lighter. We're talking
yes.
about desserts and then going straight to a song called Lighter. So this is really cool because it's a collaboration with Corinne Leon, and it is for the official FIFA World Cup 2026 album. It's meant to represent all 3 of the tournament's host nations.
Yeah, because the World Cup, it's not a U.S. thing. It is a North American thing. It's Canada, the U.S., and Mexico.
Yep.
So Yeah.
So got a little sampling of at least 2 of the 3, and a great song. Lighter is the name of the song. So if you want to listen to it, it's like an anthem, man. It gets you kind of pumped. I could see them listening to it in the locker room before they come out. Then they come running out on the field, on the pitch.
I'm hoping he can come and join us before his Bridgestone show, because his English has gotten quite good.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, it wasn't bad when he made his Opry debut, but
Yeah.
I think he's worked a lot on it too. So
Love that.
looking forward to
All right.
that.
Well, he's definitely welcome. Another song that's being done for sports. This time it's Thomas Rhett and the Masters doing a cover song. This is, when you think about the Masters, you immediately think Georgia on My Mind, because that's one of the state songs. So he has done a cover of Georgia on My Mind. It's very soulful. It's very it doesn't sound like Thomas Rhett, I guess, probably because we've never really heard him do something like this before. But yeah, he said, recording Georgia on My Mind was a pretty surreal moment for me. Being from Georgia, sports and music are both in my blood. Oh, we got a little bit. Obviously, nobody can touch the original, but it meant a lot that they asked me to sing my rendition for the Masters. Oh,
It's almost
All
like
right.
you inhabit Ray Charles
you
for 3
have
minutes.
to.
Yeah.
You have to. So Ray Charles, of course, made it famous, but he wasn't the first one to record it.
No, I wonder who was. Do you know the answer?
Hoagie Carmichael.
Oh, I think Hoagie wrote it.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Yep.
Yes.
He was one of the originals. He was the writer.
Jerry Reed has a wonderful version of Georgia on
Oh,
My Mind
yeah,
as
he
well.
does. Jerry does have that soul. That's the one person I am so sad. I was supposed to do an interview with a couple of months before he passed, and I didn't get to do it.
Oh, can I tell you my Jerry Reed story? I've probably told you
Yes.
once before, but I got to meet him a few times. He would come in with friends from Wounded Warrior Project back in the day, right?
Okay.
And Jennifer, I was sitting where you are, and Bill was sitting in the other seat, and Jennifer Herron was doing the news, right? So we hear this knock on the door, and Jerry Reed comes in and goes, "Son!" And Bill goes, "Jerry, shh. Jenny's doing the news." "Oh, Jenny's doing the news. Gotta be quiet, all right." And at no reduction in volume whatsoever. So he just walks in the room.
Gotta be quiet. All right.
"Oh, Jenny's doing the news." "Oh, son, yes." So
It's so great. It's so great. Well, if you want to hear TR doing this recording, it's going to be shown with the Masters. Of course, that's coming up April 6th through the 12th.
and he's doing stadiums.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy for that.
Yeah. Well, he did Fenway last year, which was kind of a bucket list, but now I think they're doing Geodis Park
Oh, really?
as part of this tour. Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get your tickets. Go see Thomas Rhett. Congratulations to all of them. Tell us your sweet treat. What are you loving right now? Call us, 615-737-9650. 615-737-9650. It's a Sugar Rush Tuesday. We might need it because, I am going to be doing the Opry tonight, so I need a little spike in that blood sugar.
I would
trying to get me
I would
through.
time your spike for intermission, and then it'll carry you through the rest of the show.
When is your
You peak
cutoff?
too early.
When is your cutoff? When are you like, I can't have anything after this because I won't go to sleep?
I have gotten to the point now where most nights, unless it's a Friday or Saturday, if it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will definitely get a Coke Zero at intermission to get me through the rest of the night. And then I'll still have no trouble falling asleep when I get home.
Coke Zero still has sugar but doesn't have any calories?
It has no sugar. That's the zero, and also 0 calories. So it is
Why-
artificially.
Does it have caffeine? What's the purpose
Yes,
of
it
having
It does have
it?
caffeine.
Okay.
Oh, it definitely has caffeine.
Okay.
Yeah, but it has
Yeah.
no sugar though, and no calories.
They need to make a Coke Zero caffeine, Coke no caffeine. I don't care what they call it.
They
but
do. They
it
make
needs-
a Coke Zero caffeine free, but it's hard to find.
Right.
Yeah.
I need them to serve it at restaurants. So because I need a drink that isn't ginger ale that
Doesn't have
that
caffeine
doesn't
in
have
it.
caffeine in it.
Yeah, I'm
But
usually,
I love ginger ale. Don't get me wrong. Please.
Listen, I'm usually right there. I'm just a water girl most of the time outside when
Sometimes
I'm going.
I need a little dessert.
I know. Well, dessert,
That's what
let us
bourbon
know.
is for.
Did you say bourbon?
That's what bourbon's for. Dessert.
It's what the kids are eating these days.
This guy would agree with me.
From the Assembly Food Hall acoustic desk, this is Coffee Country and Cody.
Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame, writer or co-writer on over 60 hit songs, 2-time BMI, 3-time NSAI Songwriter of the Year. I feel like we need like a theme song and you need to come running in like Rocky. Here he comes. It's Jeffrey Steele. Jeffrey, the man of steel, coming in. How are you?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's so good to see. We've been talking
minute,
for the
huh?
last 15 minutes. I was like, oh wait, now we'll talk for real. But yeah, it's just fun to see your name associated with so many things, and then you're doing a new project too. You're just busy.
Yeah. I'm recording a new album called American Storyteller. It's 25 songs. I've been making it for 7 years, but I wrote the song in the past couple of months called A Voice, and my daughters, my grandkids are encouraging me to put it out. So this kind of inspired me to really get behind this record I've been making, American Storyteller, and finish it finally. Because I'm always working for somebody else. I'm always doing somebody else's gig.
Right.
And working behind the scenes. And so my daughter said, Dad, it's time to use your voice for something. So here I am.
So this is your press tour. This is your press tour.
Yeah. So they all pushed me to, and John Rich too was a big motivator. He goes, man, you don't need another plaque on your wall. Just put this out yourself. You know.
That's kind of cool.
And he was real adamant about it. He goes, this is you. This is everything you've ever been about. So and he really was a big inspiration for me because I'm perfectly happy.
You're like, I got my stuff. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm over here.
But it's fun. I'm having fun because I haven't done it in so long. It's kind of like a honeymoon period or something.
When did your debut album come out? What year?
The album is scheduled to drop May 1st.
Right.
And we're still mixing it, but it's done. But we're doing all the artwork and stuff right now. So it's May 1st. Singles out now. And we're just out working it. It's the craziest thing. So I'm out playing more shows now than I ever played.
When was the first year you came to town?
I first came to town on the heels of my first cut by Steve Wariner. Tony Brown cut a song called Where Fools Are Kings on Steve Warner's Laredo record. I was out here in '87 doing my first showcase for Bob Montgomery, and I want to say Rick Blackburn was there. I was at the Cannery.
The Cannery.
Yeah,
Wow,
and I didn't know anything about Nashville. I just flew out on a plane. I was from Southern California, grew up in L.A. and Bakersfield, and so it was my first trip. And then I came back here in the early '90s, and on my first songwriting trip, on the last day, I wrote a song called "She'd Give Anything to Fall in Love," which was a big hit for my band Boy Howdy, and that was kind of my. Maybe we should move back to Nashville.
Nashville's not too bad.
So we moved back here in late '93.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been here ever since, but I've been coming since '87. So yeah.
What was it like writing in California and then having cuts that were happening here? How did that pipeline even happen?
I didn't even know what that was. I was growing up in Southern California, playing at the Palomino Club in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
In the house band with Buddy Miller and Billy Block and Lucinda
Billy.
Williams would come. Yeah, and with the late great Billy Block.
I
and
loved Billy Block.
I've got a song on my new record that's a quote that he used to say. I wrote a
If
song
somebody
about
doesn't have
it.
a smile, give him yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew.
And yeah, that's what it is.
I knew it.
And it's a really powerful song. He was a big force for me. When Boy Howdy became famous, whatever, had our little ride, our drummer got in this terrible car accident, and Billy became our drummer. Because Billy was the first guy I met in L.A. as a musician. So anyway, that's what got me out to Nashville. But as a songwriter, I didn't know anything about co-writing. So when I played one night at the Palomino Club, and Tony Brown came up to me and he said, "That third song you played, what was it called?" And I didn't even know who Tony Brown was. I said, "It's called Where Fools Are Kings." And he goes, "I'm going to cut that." I go, "What do you mean you're going to cut it?" I didn't know what it meant.
Right.
He goes, "I'm going to cut that song." And I said, "Okay, what does that mean?" And he goes, "I'm going to record it back in Nashville on one of my acts." And I didn't know. I still was. I just thought everybody wrote their own song.
Sure.
I didn't know. And that's what kind of initially started getting the bug in my head, like, what's going on back in Nashville?
Yeah.
What is that all about? And when I came back, I saw everybody was co-writing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I found my home. You know what I mean? Because it felt so natural for me to walk into a room and be able to do that. I mean, I do it in my sleep. So I literally do.
Right.
I wake up with nightmares because of it.
I was going to ask you, because you really do. You've got, I can't even go through the list of all of the hits. Where does it come from? I've heard people say sometimes I feel like it falls out of heaven and I just have to have my hands
It falls out of heaven. And you learn, I always tell these young, I've been a publisher for the last 25 years, raising songwriters. And I tell these young songwriters, you got to do the work. You got to sharpen your tools. You got to know all the tricks of the trade. It's that, it's like being a plumber. It's being an electrician. But the whole point of it is to get when the divine inspiration comes and it falls down, you know where to take it. You know how to park the car, so to speak, when the idea comes. Because a lot of times people won't know where to take that idea, or they'll get stuck in a corner. They're trying to rhyme it. And that was always my big thing. Like, don't worry about rhyming. There's always a word that will come that will rhyme. Write the idea. Don't worry about the rhyme. And that was always a big thing with me. And a lot of people don't agree with that, but that was always my thing. Chase the story. Don't chase the rhyme. The rhyme will show up.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it will show up. And if it's not, and it might be a soft rhyme, and it might be a completely different thought that you didn't know. And that's the thing too. You don't want to close off any ideas where that road might want to go. And that's what a lot of writers will get to those places where they just, okay, we just got to get a rhyming dictionary out and finish this song. It's like, no, you got to let the road go where the road, and that's God. God's going, it's right over there if you just keep walking that way.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people just want a shortcut. So I'm one of those guys that's a big believer in teaching that way. And there's only a handful of people that really want to listen to. Everybody wants to make $1 million, so. Sure. But that's always been my theory, and it's kind of like a garden to me. So I think that's how I've always approached, the game. So when I got here, I met so many people that I really gelled, like a Tony Mullins or a Craig Wiseman or a Bob Shapiro. Yeah. But I found those peers in that era when the music was really starting to shift and change a little bit in the mid to late 90s. Things were starting to, all of a sudden we were seeing Dixie Chicks come in and Rascal Flatts and Shania Twain and Faith Hill. There were all these different things happening musically that were getting away from the norm of what was happening. And we were kind of like riding this wave going, man, anything's possible right now.
Yeah.
And I had so many influences, so I just chased them all. I just tried to chase what the song was supposed to be.
So good.
Do you know what I mean? That was my
love
plan.
that.
It was either that or being a janitor.
Could I rewind you just for a minute?
Absolutely.
Because you tossed out the Palomino, and it's been closed now almost, I think, around 30 years. So I never got to go there, but it has such legendary status. Paint me a picture of that room.
Yeah, and they had 2015. They had a reunion.
Right.
They even
Opened
brought the sign out.
Yeah,
Somebody has the sign now, the neon sign.
Yeah.
And they brought it out from the sign company. Anyway. So the Palomino, I was going there in the 60s when I was a little kid. My dad's machine shop was right around the corner. It was in this industrial section of California called North Hollywood, which was the complete opposite of Hollywood.
Yeah,
it was working class.
Yeah.
And my dad had a machine shop there. He would take me to the talent show, and I'd win $100. Oh, sing it, I sing a Willie Nelson song and win $100 and pretty soon I won so many times they just started giving me a hamburger, and my dad wouldn't take me back anymore. But I saw Marty Robbins there as a little kid, and I'm this guy that's grown up in the middle of the 70s rock and roll, everything rock and roll in LA, and my dad, I think purposely, is taking me out, and I'm seeing Waylon, I'm seeing Marty Robbins, I'm seeing all these acts, and then one of my first gigs there was backing up some of the Bakersfield artists from the 60s and 70s, like Joe Maphis and Rose Lee, Hank Thompson.
Oh, wow.
I was the band leader as a teenager. So what my long answer to your question is, it was college.
Yeah.
And for musicians, for all the working musicians in LA, and there were a lot of honky tonks in LA where people would work, it was recess. So you wouldn't book a gig on a Tuesday night when they had the barn dance, which was the big jam.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take a gig anywhere in LA. You would go to the barn dance because that's where all the famous people would walk in and want to get up on stage and sing.
Oh,
like I remember I got the gig as the bass player, and the first night Travis Tritt walked in. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good gig.
Oh, this is fun.
So you know what I mean? Like it was one of those gigs.
So kind of North Hollywood's version of the Stone Pony in Jersey. Got that same vibe?
Yes, I think so. And then, in that era in the 80s, the early 80s, mid 80s, it was the kind of hair metal bands like Poison and Guns N' Roses. Oh, and then there was this country scene that developed as kind of an anti rock and roll hair band. And it was Dwight Yoakam, it was Los Lobos, it was George Heifel, it was Jimmy Lauderdale, Buddy Miller, guys like me that were playing in all these different bands. So there was this alternative scene developing that I fell in love with, and my dad finally got his way with me, because I was a hard rocking hard rocker guy.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I was swallowing Willie Nelson lyrics and Merle Haggard lyrics, and I couldn't get enough of Chris Christopherson. And I started playing in Bakersfield, and that was my. Wow. So that's what
Thank you to Dad. That's
Dad knew. The
huge
dads always
influence.
know.
Dads
man.
always know.
They always
Hey,
know.
we're gonna play a voice right now. We've got
come
the
on.
song. We got the video. We're gonna talk about it on the other side.
Okay.
Jeffrey Steele with us this morning on WSM.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
We're chatting with Jeffrey Steele. We just heard a voice. You're giving me the backstory. How did that come around?
I was telling you, just another day writing a song, I get a call from Chris Wallen, and Chris and I have had many hits written together over the years, and he was going to produce some new tracks on Colin Ray.
Oh,
And
okay.
I hadn't heard Colin's name in a while. I'm like, Colin Ray, oh my God, he's one of my favorite singers. I've never written with him. And he recorded a song of mine called Couldn't Last a Moment back in the day. And
Okay.
I was like, I'd love to write with him. He's got such a great voice.
Yeah.
And then I caught myself saying, such a great voice. And went, wait a minute, that's a pretty cool idea for a song, voice. And I was at my piano, and the chorus literally fell out of that song in like 30 seconds. And Chris is like, I'm coming over right now.
Stop what you're doing.
So we wrote it
Pause.
that same day. And that's how it all started. That's how that song all started. So
That's so
got
cool.
me here to you guys.
You know, just in looking at your career, I mean, could you have ever imagined
No.
as a kid
Bass
growing
player,
up in California?
bass player, background singer, Merle Haggard impersonator. My dad used to say, son, you're only going to be the second best Merle Haggard. You need to figure something out. And my dad always wanted to be a songwriter, and he's raising 5 kids, and he was a vet, World War II vet, and he literally, I told you about the machine shop in Palomino, where the Palomino was. He fired me. I used to work for him. At some point, he fired me. He didn't want me to cut my fingers off. He wanted me to play my guitar, and I was so mad at him, so pissed off at him. And for years, I carried that because he got sick and he passed away in the 80s, and he never got to see me do all this stuff. And then one night I was out on the road with Rascal Flatts, and they were singing My Wish, and it's like we were talking about a minute ago.
Yeah.
There's like 40,000 people out in the audience singing, and all these moms holding their daughters. And I'm looking around, I'm going, wow, thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. But he saw it in me. It was in him, and he saw it in me, and that was when it finally, 25 years later, I got it. I was like, wow, okay. He knew what I was supposed to do. This is what I was born to do, and that was a pretty neat moment.
Do you feel like that's why you recognize it in young songwriters so
Yeah,
easily?
I think it has a lot to do with it. And I know it immediately. And, I do all these festivals, all year long, and especially the one in Key West every year I've done for 30 years. And there's this bar that's a non-sanctioned bar where all the young songwriters go that don't have deals. And so I'll tell my wife, I said, let's go over to watch those kids over at the, she's like, oh no, we're not starting another publishing company, because she knows I'm gonna go. That girl, 2 years, she's 2 years away. You know what I mean? Because I can see it, and you can hear it. You can sometimes hear in a lyric what people are trying to get to that might not be the thing right now in the genre. But it's just gotta get there. And,
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, we also mentioned, and I want to make sure everybody knows about Jeffrey Steele and Friends, 20 years that
Yeah.
you've been doing this.
Yeah.
And all to memorialize your son.
My son, who passed away
Yeah.
at 13 and in an accident, and so we've turned his legacy. He loved to skateboard. He was really close to getting some skateboard scholarships and sponsorships, I should say, and he was a little filmmaker and a little music maker. So to honor his legacy, the money that we donate, we build skate parks with Tony Hawk all around America in cities that might not get them. And then we create these music studio rooms where kids can go after school. It's for kids that are in trouble, kids that maybe don't have a place to go, kids that maybe have a single parent family where there's nothing going on in the home, and they you know what I mean, where they can go and hang out maybe till their mom gets home from work, or just that kind of a scenario. And it's also a scholarship program for kids to keep their grades up. They get free skateboards. And then the kids that graduate the program go back and mentor the kids that are coming in. So it's like a payback, pay forward.
Love that.
And it's a good thing. It heals us a little bit. It doesn't take all the pain away, but it lets us take our bad and make good for. I think that's what God wants us to do anyway. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in our short little time that we get here, I think that we got to do our best for everybody else that we're around. So I just try to hold on to that. And I feel like it's something that he would want to do anyway, just
Sure.
in his life if he was alive. So yeah. So
Oh man.
there we go. Yeah.
Love that. All right. Well, you got your guitar.
Yes,
You got
ma'am.
this cool little guitar that you said actually comes apart, which I think is.
And all my friends
That
were
is-
laughing at me a couple of years ago. Paul Overstreet just called me yesterday. He goes, "What's the name of that guitar again?"
Paul Overstreet.
I told you.
Going into the Country Music Hall of Fame. I know. Isn't that cool? Congratulations to Paul. And he now.
So amazing.
And he wants this now little guitar that you have. But this is great because you can take it on planes and you don't have to worry about it like taking up
Yeah,
space.
I can put it under my seat. And,
Yeah.
and it's just easy.
You got it.
It's just easy. So, what do you want to hear?
Well, you have so many hits. I said just do a medley.
Well, you already okay.
Just whatever you
do a
want.
medley.
Just do a medley.
60
you,
of
you
them,
got
you
you.
know.
What did you play? My Town.
We
right?
played
So-
My Town. Yeah.
So I'll start with the song that after I wrote My Town, I got asked to produce the next album for Montgomery Gentry, and
Yeah.
I said, "Well, what kind of songs are they looking for?" And the record company literally told me, "My Town Part 2." I said, "Really? My Town? You know, that's Jaws 2.
Right.
It's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I want to write something I can be proud of." Oh. And then I caught myself saying that.
Turned into Godfather Part 2.
That's a mini medley.
I was going to say.
That's my mini medley.
We could go all day.
Oh my gosh.
I love hearing your voice.
Oh, thanks.
I do.
That's the name of my new song.
I know.
Sorry, shameless plug. Shameless plug right there.
Come back and see us when the whole project comes out.
Anytime. You guys just tell me. Tell me when.
I truly adore you, and I'm so thankful you
Thank
stopped
you for
by.
having me both.
Jeffrey Steele with us this morning here on WSM.
That's so cool.
We've had the best morning just talking about all the fun things that make us happy. It's a Sweet Treat Tuesday, and we were getting some calls in about all of the different things that we love when we're talking about dessert. I actually did something I was really proud of. We were in Las Vegas out there covering Category 10, the second location. That's going to be open in October. But we went to Gordon Ramsay Burger, and I ordered the burger, and I said, "Can I pre-order the dessert?"
Look at that.
And she said, "You sure can." And I said, "Let's do it." They had a cookie skillet.
Oh, I'm a fan of the cookie
I love
skillet.
a cookie skillet.
I like the cookie
I'm a sucker
skillet.
for it, and you get to share it with everybody. So
Well.
came out warm, chocolate chip cookie, caramel, chocolate, all drizzled, big scoop of vanilla ice cream, little mint on the side. It was delish. Just saying.
I mean, sharing optional, but sure,
Yeah.
it does sound phenomenal.
You don't have to share anything, really.
Well, with my family, they're going to get a bite, whether you share with them or not.
Right.
They're going to come after you. It's like, everybody's in. So, but
Renee,
it was delicious.
Renee is if you share with her, she is the whipped cream thief. Like she will eventually take all the whipped cream while there's still a fair amount of dessert that would need a little of the whipped cream
Yeah.
to go along with it. And then she'll say, "I'm done. You can have the rest." I'm like, "Well, you've taken the essence, So now, now I just have this."
Yeah, it
you know?
is interesting. I don't love a whipped cream, and I don't necessarily love an ice cream. I like it.
I love both.
I like it, but it's got to be doled out in tiny
No.
bits for me.
No, like,
It's dairy, and I'm not great with
Oh,
dairy.
okay.
That's why.
I see. Okay.
okay,
Also-
but stomach issues aside,
Yeah.
there's nothing like a soft serve ice cream cone for
Nice.
dessert.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do when I still worked at Dairy Queen. You do the Dairy Queen Q on the top and then dip it, a dipped
Oh,
cone.
in the chocolate. Yeah.
So
so
nice. It's a good time. So-
Ice cream time is coming.
It is coming, and we're close.
Bobby's Dairy Dip is going to open any day now, I'm sure.
Oh, and it's in your neighborhood now,
Yeah.
right down Charlotte. Oh, that's
Favorite
great.
flavor of ice cream?
I just like a twist.
You just want the
I just want the chocolate and vanilla, maybe some sprinkles if I'm feeling crazy, but I love a classic twist.
It's pretty good.
You know, Jason's Deli, free ice cream every time you're there.
Oh, that's right.
didn't know
forgot
that.
Your
about
own
Jason's
machine. You do
Deli.
it. You do it yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've
Yeah. It's a
never
good
been
time.
inside of one. I've only ordered.
Oh, gotta go inside. They have a great salad. There.
I feel like we're really
Then
like
you can have the dessert.
we are in sugar rush mode right now.
Well, so I was in New York, obviously,
Yes.
this weekend, and we had Sunday brunch at Tavern on the Green before spending eternity at LaGuardia Airport.
Sure.
And they had the best burger I've had in a long, long time. Now,
What made it so good? What was
it was just, it was insanely juicy
Okay.
and cooked perfectly. The perfect amount of cheese. It was just everything was just really great
Was it
about
American
it.
cheese, cheddar cheese? What did we do?
It was American, which in and of itself is not, the most flavorful of cheeses.
Yeah.
But it all held together so beautifully. I was quite pleased with that.
Regular bun, pretzel bun. What
No,
were we
no,
talking?
I love a pretzel, and when I go to Philly, man, I get my fill of pretzels.
Yeah, yeah.
I like a bun, just a regular bun. It doesn't have to be fancy,
One of the best burgers out there is Emmy Squared, and that's also in New York. But we have one here. We have an Emmy Squared here.
Really?
There are only so many.
Okay.
So speaking of really fun restaurants, so there was a restaurant that my husband and daughter went to when we were in London for the Opry show. It's called Sushi Samba. And when we found out we were going to Vegas,
Or sushi shamba.
Sushi Shamba. So when we found out we were going to Vegas, immediately they start researching, and Paul says, there's a Sushi Samba in Las Vegas. There's only 3 in the world.
Oh, wow.
There's one in London, one in Vegas, and they just opened one in LA. So we went to Sushi Samba, and they had a chef's special.
Okay.
It's whatever the chef wants to serve you, and it's 14 pieces. And Reese said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be adventurous, and I'm going to do that.
What was the wildest thing on there? Because that's how I ended up eating sea urchin one time in New York.
It wasn't too wild. Everything on there was pretty tame. I mean, there was a
Okay.
wild caught tuna from Hawaii that they brought in. There was salmon, but it was all sashimi. So it was all just raw pieces of fish. She thought
Not even the nigiri on the rice? She thought it was rolls, right?
She thought it was rolls. She thought it was
maki.
rolls. And so they brought out this platter of raw fish. And her eyes were like, what have I done?
Am I supposed to cook this?
She looked at me and I was like, dig in.
This is what you ordered.
But she ate every piece.
Wow.
And it was good. I tasted some of it and it was good. But it was just, you were thinking you were going to get like
roll.
a sushi roll.
Right.
And then you just get flat out raw fish served over ice.
I
It was beautiful presentation.
I can at least do the nigiri, where
I
it's
do
with
like
the,
nigiri.
on the rice with the little.
And they torch it a little
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's cooked.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was
So good.
This was just sliced and put on the ice.
I had the most interesting conversation with the sushi chef at this restaurant I ate at in New York. This is about a decade ago.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with chopsticks. I'm not horrible. I'm not great. But
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
okay. But there was one piece I just could not do, and I finally just took it with my fingers. And I looked at him and I smiled, and he goes, no, that's the sushi was invented as the working man's food. That's why it's cut in little pieces. It's meant to be eaten with your hands. We've made it too fancy eating it with chopsticks, but it's designed for hand and finger in the soy, put it in your mouth. It's easy. You do it as you're walking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of walking, have you seen the walking sushi rolls? Think of
No.
Okay, this is so perfect. Great segue. They have these in New York. Remember the push pops that you had when you were a kid?
I remember that. Oh, it's a sushi roll that pushes
it's a
up?
sushi roll that pushes up.
Oh, no, that's ingenious.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yes, long skinny pop, just like a push pop ice cream, but it's sushi. And then you take the top off and they give you a little tube. It looks like a straw. And that has your soy sauce in it. So you take the top off, you pour the soy sauce into the tube. Then you take that same straw that had the soy sauce in it and you push it from the bottom and the little piece pops up and you just eat it little piece by piece. It's cut and it's a sushi roll and you just eat it piece by piece as you're walking down the streets of New York. I think
love
it's
that.
really cool.
That's
right.
interesting.
Yeah.
I would try it.
I'm adventurous now when it comes to Japanese cuisine.
Good for
I just
you.
went to a 9-course.
How did it turn out?
It was really fun. I ate things that I would never order or, choose to eat squids with eyes. You could see their little eyes, the little tiny little squids. But we ate those and among other things that had eyes at some point, lots of different variations of, what are the eggs? Caviar.
I do like caviar.
Which I'd never had caviar and now I've had like 10 different kinds.
It's good.
What else did I tell you? Something crazy we had that was just, they had
Let's
these
go
buttery
back to the
scallops.
eyes for a minute. Did you consume the eyes?
Yeah, like the whole squid. I wish if I had a picture, and I do, I wish I could show, but my boyfriend put the picture into ChatGPT and was like, what is the little white part?
Oh.
Because we were pretty sure it was the eyes, and ChatGPT said, those are the eyes. You're correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we ate the eyes, but everything was super good and nothing we would ever order. And we got to cook our own Wagyu steak. So hey,
It was great. That's amazing. I'm sorry. The eye part just caught me up there for a second.
I'm not a big fan of eat. I understand things I
Don't
eat.
want my food to look at me.
Have a face, but I don't want it looking at me.
I don't want it to look at me.
Correct.
I think they were shut or they had cataracts, but
Okay.
they were there.
Glaucoma.
Yeah.
Shrimp with glaucoma. And you guys might.
Only choose the ones that have glaucoma. It's very
Right,
humane.
so they can't look at you.
It's very humane.
And you guys may have talked about this while I was gone, but if you didn't, we need to talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
The McDonald's CEO taking the bite of the new burger.
Oh my gosh,
and
that
then
was so
everybody
funny.
getting lots
Right.
of free ad time making fun of him.
This is so delicious. I'm going to eat the rest of
It's a
this for my lunch.
It's a delicious
No, you're not.
burger product.
A burger product. Guys, enjoy lunch today. Get the dessert first.
Yeah.
That is
And take a big bite of the burger.
a big bite of the burger. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow for Coffee Country and Cody.